On the road and hungry for a win against a Western Conference rival, the Golden State Warriors are ready for this thing to get started. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson alongside. David Aldridge is with us from the floor tonight. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
A nice shot by McDaniel. You know, Greg, so often we talk about depth, but how important is it for these teams to possess it?
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce. It really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
Here is Edwards after the Warriors pick up 3. Randall outside. And it's Looney with the rebound. And it's the Warriors' ball. Curry outside. Minnesota with the rebound. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Over to the wing. Pass to Reed. Now Edwards. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And he's got more than a few ways to beat you. Edwards will be aggressive when he has to initiate contact and create the N1 opportunity.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. It's a 3-point game.
Draymond with the assertiveness off the drive.
Picked by Randall. Out to the wing. And stolen by Payton. Oh, here comes Curry all alone. Good on the shot.
Understanding where he needs to be. Curry way out ahead that time.
And it's Gary Payton the second with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. It's stolen by Green. The finish. And Green slams it in.
Love watching Green do it all himself. Starts with the steal and rewards himself for the hustle.
Picked by Randall. Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, my. What a huge flush by Edwards. Showing off right now.
Curry with the bucket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Warriors leading by 4. And Hall of Famer David Aldridge spoke with Chris Finch. David?
Now, I asked Coach what the game plan was when it comes to defending Jimmy Butler, and he said to me, we have to make sure we match his energy level. Jimmy is one of those guys that goes all out every second. We want our guys to do the same on D. It won't be easy, but they think they found a way to contain him. Guys?
Thank you, David.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you've got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Knocks down the 3-ball.
Oh, nice read there from Edwards. He's all for sharing the wealth.
The Warriors trail. Pass to Curry. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And that's rocking the rim. Give him 2 points and tack on some for style.
Oh, he deserves them. He deserves all the points he can get there. Sensational.
And when Curry is shooting while in rhythm, he is lights out. Nothing you can do to stop him.
Scored the basket. His fourth. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that.
Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. Randall with the bucket.
And showing he can make plays for others. Edwards moving it with conviction.
It's Curry outside. And another 3 for Golden State.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Edwards. Over to the left wing. Lets it go with a 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. Edwards got 12 points in the game.
And that corner pocket triple. Terrific shot by Edwards from deep.
Gets it off. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Minnesota. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Yeah, they're putting pressure on all the ball handlers, getting into the passing lanes and showing great anticipation. And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
No good on the triple. Down low. Here's Kuminga. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Saw the angles and led him right to the hoop with that pass.
Outside Edwards. Over Hield. Edwards can't hit. And here's Kuminga. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Pass to Moody. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. And a miss there on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And how about the athleticism from Edwards rocketing off the drive there for the slam.
Hield with the bucket.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
It didn't take long for Podziemski to establish himself as an elite charge taker.
The funny thing about the game of basketball is that some things can't be taught. Pods clearly has the it factor when it comes to the timing that it takes to draw charges. He can steal a few possessions for you every single game.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Pass to Reed. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Warriors leading by 7. And here is Hield. Good, and Curry gets the assist. 8 points for Buddy Hield.
Man, they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, the D is looking helpless to stop them right now. They're doing whatever they want to do on offense.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. Randall surveying the D. To the middle. Timberwolves passing it around. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Pass to Dillingham. Out left to the wing. To end the run. Sinks the triple.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Outside, Baton. Back to Curry. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Misses from short range. Breaks since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
That's good from Stephen Curry. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Just 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Now the Warriors moving it up. Here's Podziemski. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Has to Gobert. Lock at 6. Randall from outside. Drains the three-pointer. Randall's got 5 now. 12 seconds left here in the second. Outside, Kuminga. Here's Jackson Davis. Up again. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
And here's Ingles outside. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we'll be back with you shortly. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Richard, you've talked a lot about how underrated longevity has been as a factor in measuring some of the all-time great players.
Well, when you think about Jordan, LeBron, Kareem, the only way to achieve greatness in the statistical category is to have longevity. So obviously greatness and longevity coincide.
And the basket by Curry.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
Timberwolves trail by 18. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
It's Curry outside. Reed with the rebound. McDaniels gets a wide open look. Off target with his 3. Warriors leading by 16. Here's Curry. Lays it up off the glass. Curry's got 22.
What focus from Curry on offense so far, doing everything he can to provide a lift for his squad.
Edwards with it. He's got 16. Goes up from the top of the key. Nice jump shot. Good. Edwards got 18 points.
It's simple, guys. Keep getting Edwards the ball and just let Ant cook.
It's Curry outside. Buries it from three-point range. And the Warriors lead by 19.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And the athleticism of Edwards helping on defense, capable of getting up to block shots.
Curry outside. Reed with the rebound. Here's Minnesota. Richard, we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Well, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
Curry with the bucket.
And you got the feeling that was coming. Curry loves coming back with a three of his own.
There's the three. Drops in the tray. Curry's got 14 points here in the second half.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes. Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Golden State moving it around. Another three for Golden State.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Edwards, good.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thank you very much. Jaden McDaniels has become an X factor for the Wolves. Mike Conley says, we know what he does defensively, but the offense that he can bring for us balances our unit. It's much needed. Guys tend not to think of him as an offensive player, but he does have that in his game. Kevin?
But I love the reference to an X factor. He definitely is that. All right, David, thank you. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Hield with the bucket.
You should be looking for Hield. What a great pass.
This one for three. Five on the clock. Launches it. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Pass to Randall. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. They kick out to Hield. There's the pick. The three. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And that's what Hield is paid to do. Stretch the floor for this offense.
Randall with the bucket.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the third. Kept alive. They kick out to Hield. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Hield's got 12 now in this quarter.
How about Buddy Hield? He just keeps pouring it in. They should work it to that man every trip down the floor right now.
Out to the right wing. And the wide-open shot from Reed. And again, Minnesota with the triple. On the wing, Hield. Good if it goes. And no good on the last second attempt this time. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. He had some kind of quarter from long range. Winds up with 15 points from beyond the arc. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Here's Dillingham. Jacks up a three. And here is Curry from deep. Reed with the rebound. And Edwards with a clear path to the basket.
I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. So the Pistons will get the first possession. Pass to Harris. Off target from three-point range. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Now here's Cunningham. 4 on the clock. Cunningham on the wing. Pulls it from the corner. And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go. Pass to Duren. Back to Cunningham. And stolen by Green. Here's Podziemski. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
Oh, we talk about Green's defense often. There, using his instincts to pick the opposition's pocket. Huh, great work.
Now here's Cunningham. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Green for 3. The rebound by Detroit. And Allie LaForce spoke with J.B. Bickerstaff. Allie?
And no surprise, Steph Curry was the topic of conversation on how they'll defend Steph. Coach laughed, is there a way? I mean, this guy is not just a shooter. Steph's ball handling, his passing, it's what makes him an all-time great. It's always a pleasure to watch Steph Curry, and we get another chance to tonight. Guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Cade Cunningham has faced his share of challenges in his career, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, the injuries, the discouraging losses, but he's remained steadfast through it all. He's a committed and mentally tough player.
Believes in his game and now wants a team around him that can fulfill that need.
Yeah, most of the time you assume Curry's 3-ball is falling. That's how good he is.
Back to Cunningham. Pass to Harris. Cunningham outside. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Cunningham's got 6.
Yeah, strong player mentally. Cunningham showing the physical strength on that play.
And the basket is good.
I didn't see that coming. He sinks a pretty dicey shot.
Pistons trail by 4. Cunningham outside. Pass to Hardaway. To the inside. And stolen by Green. Now Curry. 5 points in the game.